Ladies and gentlemen, with a swipe of a pen, Donald Trump has eliminated the Department of Education. I am thrilled about this one. It is long overdue. The point of a Department of Education is to improve educational outcomes. And after spending $3 million since its inception, test scores have actually gotten worse. Only in government can that kind of failed project be allowed to continue. As always, like the video and subscribe to the channel. But before we get into the meat of it, let me play you an extremely hilarious video that will have you on the floor rolling to describe perfectly why the Department of Education should have been eliminated a long time ago.
Hi, I'm Scout. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm an interdisciplinary major at UBC. I'm in my last semester. My primary thematic focus is decolonizing academia and public knowledge systems, and my secondary thematic focus is biocultural and linguistic futurity.
For those who don't know what that means, can you give us a quick rundown?
Yeah, basically what I focus on is the promises that the institution has made and also the emergence of indigenous ways of knowing and being across the disciplines, and I feature in a lot of stuff like language revitalization, or the emergent vitality of languages rather, and just kind of a bunch of stuff. I've taken courses in over 20 departments, so
okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
This is our educational system. This is what our tax dollars are going to fund. Now, I don't know this person, but I would like to think that her parents are not funding her pursuing these ridiculous majors. And this is the inherent problem with government subsidizing college. All it did was spike demand, which incentivized the universities to create all of these fun, nebulous majors that students could pursue. That had zero to do with helping these students get a job after they graduate. The government jacked up supply, so the schools jacked up demands through ridiculous majors. But at a certain point, they couldn't keep increasing demand. Every ridiculous, nonsensical major had already been created, and that led to the soaring prices of college. I know my belief on this isn't a traditional conservative one, but I wholeheartedly believe that the government should definitely subsidize higher education for the STEM majors. It would incentivize students to be serious about school, pursue things that actually matter. They would get great jobs. It would lead to huge amounts of technological innovation. It would be critical for national defense. It would lead to massive advancement in the medical and health industries, and would be an overall massive net positive for society. But that's just my little input on it. But anyway, let's get to the man himself, Donald Trump, signing this executive order. And by the time I post this video, I'm sure some radical Obama judge will have tried to block this. These rogue judges are just absolutely insane right now. I saw a funny meme on Twitter that said, "Federal judge orders Trump to send the astronauts back to space." But Trump certainly has the purview to cut what he deems to be the non-critical parts of this department and move the critical parts that he wants to keep into other departments.